Hey there everyone, my name's Austin Wright and this is my CTiRL 2. Real quick, I want to talk to you about the expectancy violations theory found in chapter 7. Now, this theory covers the overall concept of personal space and what is considered a threat and what is considered to be okay in our society for how close or far away people tend to get to each other. Now, something I found interesting in this chapter is that it talks about 4 different main styles of space. One is intimate distance. That is what we would refer to as 0 to 18 inches. Next is personal distance, 18 inches to 4 feet. After that, we have social distance, which ranges out from 4 to 12 feet. And lastly, we have what is known as public distance. This is occurred as 12 to 15 feet. Now, something I find extremely interesting is later on in this chapter, as we talk about social distances, we also realize that we need to take into account what is called the threat threshold. This is a hypothetical outer boundary of intimate space, basically what we would call an uninvited breach that can trigger occasional fight or flight in human beings. Now, something that is very important to me is the subject of PTSD. As someone who has it, I understand how fight or flight can be a constant reality that never really shuts down, but is always on my mind and on the minds of other people experiencing this disorder. And when tying into the threat threshold, we need to take into account arousal. This is a heightened state of awareness. It orients responses and mental alertness that stimulates a review of the relationship. Or in the case of people with PTSD, it will also stimulate a review of our surroundings on a 24/7 basis. The reason I find this so important is because regardless of how close or far someone is away from you, if you are to have PTSD, you're always on a sense of arousal and alertness. So you're always perceiving your natural surroundings and trying to identify who you perceive as a threat or as someone who you're comfortable with. And taking this into account, I think we need to tread very lightly with this information and try and be understanding towards anyone and all people who are going through this disorder. That is how I want to tie in real life knowledge to this chapter. I hope you enjoyed this.